Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Drew Woten, and I am the Assistant Director here at Open Table Ministry. We are a small nonprofit. We rent space out of Trinity United Methodist Church. We're right across the street from City Hall, and we serve our unsheltered friends who are living on the streets in Durham. We offer a variety of programs throughout the week. During non-COVID times, we have a big Monday lunch. Unfortunately, those are on pause right now, but hopefully we'll be back in the spring. We're hoping where we'll have about 120 folks gather just to build relationships and to end homelessness through building of relationships. Our biggest volunteer opportunity is our free store, which takes place every Tuesday morning. Again, out of the space here at Trinity UMC, we meet outside to distribute just needed items to our friends who are living on the streets. So that's clothes, that's sleeping bags, that's tents and shoes. We have a variety of items that are donated to us and that we also purchase, and folks can come once a month to our free store. And again, there's an opportunity to build relationships with folks outside, to check in with them, to check folks inside, and we have a distribution room where we put all the bags and all the orders together. There's also the opportunity to collect items for our free store to distribute. If you're unable to make it on Tuesday mornings, if that's not a great fit for you, if there are ever student groups, if there's ever clubs or organizations that you might be a part of that are wanting to just collect items, whether it's a clothing drive or whether it's items for hygiene kits, whether it's your tent when you're done tenting in Kville, whatever that might be. But we're always welcome to, you're welcome to reach out and we can meet to talk with your groups or to coordinate drop-offs if you want to come by and drop off those items. And then the final opportunity I will highlight is our Walk in Their Shoes event, which will take place at the Southern Boundaries Park in November, but just an opportunity to raise funds. There's a team option if you're interested in doing that, but to raise funds and all those all the money we raise for that event will go to support our free store. And so I think that's about it. Would love to have students or groups come out and to get to know those who are unsheltered and to support them in this capacity. And that's all I have if there are any.
Thank you, Drew. Do we have questions? Yes, we do. How do we get started with you?
Feel free to shoot me an email. That's my email address on there. You can find more I don't see our email or our website on there, but it's opentableministry.org. Feel free to shoot me an email and would love for you to just show up on Tuesday mornings. There's not many barriers. We start at 9:30. If you showed up at 9:15, you could jump right in, either chatting with folks outside. We normally have coffee or cold bottled water, whatever is weather appropriate, outside to chat with folks. Or we also have a distribution room to help kind of organize some donations that's coming in. So feel free to just show up, and that's my email address. So feel free to reach out as well. I'd love to set up a time to chat.
Thank you. Any more questions for Drew? Actually, I have a quick question. Clients that want to take advantage of your Tuesday store, can they just show up like once a month, or do they?
Yep, just once a month. Yeah, we have handy little flyers that would love to hand out to any churches or just kind of folks that are wanting to point folks our direction. We offer, so folks can come once a month. We ask that they have an ID just so that we can track who's coming. If folks don't have an ID, it's never a barrier. And one of the programs we actually do is help folks get their ID if it's lost. It's something folks will often need for employment or for housing. So we can help them get their state ID. As a question in the chat, we are out of Trinity United Methodist Church, and it is just right across the street from City Hall. So there's the main entrance, and if you come to kind of the back side of Trinity UMC, it is literally, we can see City Hall across the street. At City Hall Plaza is the road that we're on. And so we meet outside there. We'll probably have a couple canopies set up for the weather where folks are meeting out under there, but then we're coming in and out to kind of distribute items from the free store.
Great. For the Tuesday store, clients from anywhere in the triangle can benefit?
Yeah, yeah, and even if like it's for anyone. So even if folks, I mean, I would say 80 to 90% of the folks shelter or even staying in halfway houses or staying at other shelters. A lot of folks might be at urban ministries, but even if folks are housed and have their own place and just need some items,
Sure.
like I said, clothing and kind of shoes are the primary things we do, but there's also the opportunities for just kind of one-off items, blankets, household items. We occasionally help with move-ins, we get donations. So we can kind of fill in the gaps. So yeah, feel free to point anyone our way. We have really no barriers to work with us. And if for some reason we can't help, we'll be happy to where we can.